over. Luba, you remember that long avenue, don't you? Runs on and on, straight as an arrow. And it gleams on moonlit nights, remember? Well, you can't have forgotten.
Oh, my childhood, my innocent childhood. And this is the nursery where I slept. And I used to look out at the orchard from here. When I woke every morning, happiness awoke with me. Nothing's changed. White, all white, after the damp, dismal autumn, the cold winter, here you are, young again and full of happiness. The angels in heaven have not forsaken you. If only I could shake off the heavy burden that weighs me down. If only I could forget my past.
Yes, and now the orchard's to be sold to pay on debt. Unlikely as it may sound.
Look! Mother's walking in the orchard in a white dress. Oh, it's Mother!
Wait!
Really, Mother? What things you say? There's no one there. I was just imagining it. To the right of the turning point of the summer house, there's a little white tree which is leaned over. It looks like a woman. What a superb orchard. The great peaks of white and the blue sky.
Mrs. Renesky. Oh, I'll just pay my respects and go away at once. I was told to wait until later in the morning, but I was too impatient.
This is Peter Trofimov.
I'm Peter Trofimov. I was Grisha's tutor. Can I have changed so much?
There, Luba. Don't cry.
I'll tell you to wait till later. Grisha, my little boy, Grisha, my son. It can't be helped, Mother. It was God's will.
Don't cry. Please don't.
Drowned? Why did it have to happen, my dear? My poor little boy was drowned. Oh, well, I'm just sleeping there and carrying on fussing and making all this noise. Well, Peter, why have you grown so ugly and why do you look so old?
Well, a woman on the train called me that seedy-looking guy.
You were just a boy those days, just a nice little undergraduate, but now you're losing your hair and you wear these spectacles. You can't still be a student, surely.
I'll obviously be student first.
Well, go to bed then. You have aged too late.
So, we're off to bed now, eh? Oh, dear, my. Look at the time. I'll have to spend the night here. And in the morning, Lyuba, my sweetheart, that little matter of the 240 rubles?
Can't he think of anything else?
240 rubles to pay the interest on my mortgage.
But I don't have any money, my dear man.
I'll pay you back, dearest lady, a trifling sum.
All right, then David will let you have it later to keep it for money.
What, me give it to him? Not likely.
Give it to him, David. He needs it. What else can you do? He will pay us back.
Sister hasn't lost her habit of throwing money around. Out of my way, my man. You smell like a barnyard.
You haven't changed a bit, Mr. Giles.
What's that? What did he say?
Your mother's come from the village. She's been waiting in the servants' quarters since yesterday and wants to see you.
Why can't she leave me alone?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Well, what's the big idea? Couldn't she have come tomorrow?
Mother's just the same as ever. Hasn't changed a bit. She'd give away everything if we let her.
Yes. What a lot of different remedies and suggestions for disease. Means it can't be cured. I've been thinking and racking my brains. I have plenty of remedies, any amount of them. Means I really haven't got one. It would be a good thing if somebody lent us some money. It would be a good thing to marry our daughter to a rich man. And it would be a good thing to go to the Yaroslav and visit our great aunt the Countess, try our luck with her. Auntie is rich, you know. Very much so.
Only God would help us.
Auntie is rich. You know, that's true, but she doesn't like us. To start with, my sister married a lawyer, social inferior. Well, she married beneath her station, and that's the way she's behaved. Well, she's a good, kind, splendid person, and I love her very much. But make whatever allowances you like. She's a loose woman, and you can't escape her.
Anya's in the doorway.
What's that? It's a funny thing, there's something in my right eye. Can't see properly. And on Thursday...
Why aren't you asleep, Anya? I can't. I just can't get to sleep.
My dear child. My little child. You're not my niece. You're an angel. You're everything in the world to me. Please believe me.
I do believe you, Uncle. Everyone loves and respects you. But, Uncle dear, you should keep quiet. Just keep quiet. What were you saying just now about my mother? About your own sister? What made you say it?
Yes, yes. It was dreadful of me. Oh, God, God help me. And that speech I made to the bookcase just now. How silly of me! It was only when I finished I saw how silly it was.
It's true. Uncle dear, you shouldn't talk. Just don't talk. That's all. If you stop talking, you'll feel easier in your own mind.
I am silent. Silent. There is something rather important, though. I was at the county court on Thursday, and several of us got to talking about this and that, and several other things as well. It seems we might manage to borrow some money and pay the interest of the bank.
Only God can help us.
Well, I'm going to go back there on Tuesday, and I'll talk to them again. Stop that crying. Your mother's going to speak to Lopakian, and I'm sure he won't let it down. And when you've had a rest, you can go to Yaroslav and visit our great aunt the Countess. This way we'll be tackling the thing from 3 different directions at once, and we simply can't fail. We shall pay the interest, I'm sure. Here's my hand, and you can call me a good-for-nothing scoundrel if I let it come to an auction. I won't, and I'll never stick my life.
You're so sensible. I feel calm now, calm and happy.
Mr. Leonard, sir, you're past praying for. When are you going to bed?
At once, at once. You can go, Pierce, I'll undress myself. Well, children, bedtime. The details will keep till morning, and you go to bed now. I'm a man of the ages. No one has a good word to say for those days, but I've suffered a bit from my convictions, I can tell you. Do you wonder why the peasants like me so much? You haven't known the peasants.
Uncle, dear.
Mr. Leonard, sir!
All right, I'm coming. 2 off the side.
I'm not worried now. I don't like my great aunt, and I don't want to go to Yaroslav. But I do feel less worried, thanks to Uncle. Time you go to bed, dear. Oh, something unpleasant happened here while you were away. As you know, there's no one living in the old servants' quarters except some of our old folk. Finn, Polia, Yevstigny, oh yes, and Carp. Well, anyways, they began letting odd vagrants and other people spend the night. I kept quiet about it until I heard a story they'd spread. That aunt said they must be fed on nothing but dried peas. Out of meanness, if you please, was all Yevstigny's doing. All right, I thought. If that's the way things are, I told the man to me. I looked at him and I said, "What's this, you stupid so-and-so?" Anya. Anya, dear. Oh, she's gone to sleep. And an angel's gone to sleep. Come on, dear. It's time to go to bed.
Anya.
Shh. She's asleep. Shh. Little girl. Mother and uncle, come on, dear. It's time to go to bed.
Light of my being, my springtime.